everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another lab practice with me. We are going to do Cognito today. It's AWS Educate Builder Labs and we are on the third module. We've learned about Amazon Cognito in my previous videos. Now we are on the Cognito lab. And now it's going to take 45 minutes. It usually doesn't take that much. I'm going to start the lab and open the AWS console and start building, start practicing. This scenario, a homepage, education page that teaches students about birds. The following to protect is just starting. So the lab is started. We are going to start the AWS console as well. I'm going to take this one out. A sightings page where students can view past bird sightings. A reporting page where students will report new bird sightings. Before you continue the develop application, you have to decide to add authentication and authorization to the application. Preparing for the lab. Connect to AWS Cloud. In the MNS manager, go to services and Cloud 9. Okay. Cloud. Notice the existing ID, which is named Cloud instance. For the ID, choose OpenID. OpenID loads in a new browser tab. I'm going to choose it. Open. Okay. In the text editor of your choice, copy and paste the following text. As you work through the lab, you will use this document to store information that you need in later steps. Here, in the text editor of your choice, copy and paste the following text. As you work through the lab, you will use the document to store information that you need in the text editor of your choice. Okay. I open the new notepad and I'm going to work on that. In the AWS Cloud Terminal, run the following commands to retrieve the application code that you will use in this lab. Visit all of them. Okay. After passing commands in the terminal, press enter to ensure that all the commands run. Okay. Once the setup SH script completes, the last 4 lines of output are similar to the following. Name, cloud mode, this distribution domain is. In your text file, record the rules that the setup script returned because you will need them in later steps. Locate and record Amazon Simple Storage Service bucket name. Bucket name, okay. Cloud from distribution domain, okay. Cloud from distribution domain name. Update the web application code to point to the node server at the endpoint. Okay, so my bucket name is this. I'm going to type it here, and domain name is this one. Okay. In the environment window to the left of the terminal, expand website scripts folder. Website scripts folder. Open the config.js. This one. Okay. In the file, replace cloud from domain name, domain here. The last one I copied was the domain. Okay. Cloud from distribution domain that you recorded in your text. The update line should be similar to the following. Okay. Save the changes. How do we save them? There is save. Save the changes to the file. Run file. Save. Okay. Upload the updated website code. In the following command, replace S3 bucket placeholder with the name of S3 bucket. Okay. I'm going to check this one, take this one here, and replace the bucket name. Where's the bucket name? Here. Now I can take this. One here. Okay. The updated command should be similar to following. Run the updated command. To start the node server, the following commands. After the node server starts, you will see the following output of the terminal. Start. Okay. Monitor the deployment of the CloudFront distribution. Return to the browser tab where the waste management console is and open the CloudFront. Here, I need to open the CloudFront. Locate the status distribution. If the status is deploying, if it's enabled, until say enabled, proceed to next task. Reviewing the bird's website in the CloudFront distributed web applications, how it behaves before enable user authentication. In a new browser tab, enter CloudFront distribution domain. It's just here, the domain, this one. Let's open the domain homepage. Okay. The Birds web application opens. The homepage includes a welcome message to student. Choose the Birds tab. Birds. Tap on the picture for more details. Okay. Additional from choose one of the bird photos. Anyone can get to this content. These pages with bird description are not protected. Okay. To return to the previous page, choose back. You may need to scroll to the bottom of the page to locate back button. Let me see. It was here. Okay. And choose settings tab. Notice that this page requires users to log in before they can see the content. Okay. Settings, login. A message indicates that you do not have access. This message appears because the identity provided in Amazon Cognito user pool still needs to be set up for the application. Choose the browser tab where the Bird's web application is running. Keep the EVS Cloud 9 IDE Browse tab open. Choose the browser tab where the Bird's web application is running. Okay. Keep the EVS Cloud 9 IDE open tab open and continue to run the node server process. In the next task, you will create and configure an Amazon Cognito user pool to manage application users and their passwords. Creating a user pool. In this task, you will create Amazon Cognito user pool, which will be used as an identity provider to create users and manage user passwords. The user pool will also generate tokens. The Bird's web application will use the tokens to ensure that users have authenticated and have a valid session before they can access and protect page for perform a protected action. Return to the browser tab where CloudFront console is. From the services menu, choose Cognito. Where the CloudFront is, from the services menu, Cognito here, maybe here. Let's search for it. Okay. Manage user pools. Create a user pool, Bird app. Step through settings. On the next note, as you step through the configuration, the section that you are updating is highlighted in the left navigation pane. On the attribute page, keep all the default settings and choose next step. Next step. What password strength do you want to require? Keep the default settings. Do you want to allow users to sign themselves out? Choose only allow administrators to create users. Only to create users. Okay, and then next step. On the MFA notification page, configure. Do you want to enable multi-factor authentication? Choose off. Off. How will user be able to recover their account? Choose none. None. None user have to contact administrator. Which attributes do you want to verify? Choose no verification. You must provide a role to allow Amazon Cognito and send SMS messages. Section configure acknowledge to proceed. Okay. Create row. Bird app SMS row. Okay, message content page. Deposit. Choose next step. On the text page, choose next step. On the devices page, configure. Do you want to remember your user devices? Choose no. Says I'm not authorized. Okay, next step. Do you want to customize email, Virginia? Do you want to remember user's device? Where am I? Acknowledge to proceed. New role name. Create role. But do not choose. Sorry. This was I was doing. Next step. On the message customization page, keep all the default settings and choose next step. Want to customize your email? Next step. Do you want to remember users' devices? Tag keys. On the text page, next step. Choose no, next step. Which app clients will have access to this user? Choose an app client, bird app client. Okay. Follow configuration. Clear all the options. Enable username. Generate client. Select clear all the options. Enable username password based authentication. Okay. Now next step, choose generate pool. Generate next step. Default triggers page. Default and next step. Review page, choose create pool. Create pool. Pool was created. In your text file, pool ID in my notepad. Okay. Pool ID. In the left navigation after app integration, choose app client settings. Under app integration, under in here, under app integration, choose app client settings. App integration, app client settings. Review settings on page and record app client ID. How do I do that? Review settings on this page. Record the app client ID loaded in your text file. Here, is it this one? You will need this value when you update the web application. Pool ID. In the left navigation for app integrate, choose app client settings. I'm not sure if I've done that correctly. App client for this user pool before you can configure settings here. App integration. I don't have an app client. App client name, enter bird app client. Did I miss that? App clients, no. App clients. Did I not just do that? App client, bird app client. Enter. I think I did that. App client ID. I'm just going to put this here. Okay, now and there are app client settings. Okay, I see it now. Maybe I missed to save it. Not sure. Let's see if it's going to work. Configure the user pool application to integration. Now you have created Amazon Cognito user pool. You need to provide details about the application that will use this user pool for authentication. On the app client setting page, configure enabled identity providers. Choose select all. Cognito user pool. Configure enabled identity providers. Enabled. On the user pool. On the app client settings page, enable identity providers, select all. Ensure that Cognito user pool is selected. Okay. Callback, enter domain and replace the domain press with the cloud distribution domain. Callback URL, enter. The updated should be similar to callback URL, and my URL number must be this one. Let me see, where is it? Here. Oh, sorry. Here. Okay. The updated should look like allowed out, allowed implicit grant. Select all email, open ID, email and open ID. And app integration, choose no domain name. Where is it? Save changes now. Save changes. Choose domain name. In the domain prefix, enter a unique domain name. We recommend using initials and current date for the domain name. Bird 25. Okay. Lowercase and name umbilical. Domain names only contain lowercase letters, numbers. Okay, there's a point here. Okay, this domain. Okay, you can add the extra characters. Neither check availability and save changes. This is my domain name. Save changes. Record Amazon Cognito domain prefix in your editor. Okay. Can I go? Yeah, the 5. It's Christmas Day. Okay. I'm I'm not celebrating Christmas right now because I'm Turkish and we don't have Christmas. It's a Muslim country, and but I enjoy Christmas with my friends when they celebrate it. I like Christmas. I like holidays celebrated with friends and families. Okay, domain name. Let's go now. Record Amazon domain prefix. Okay, at least this one we need to record. You have set up the user pool and app client. Now it's time to create a test user. Adding a test user. Test student. General settings, user groups. On the left navigation, general settings. General. Apply. Need to move that. Okay, he's here. I need to see instructions. User groups. Okay. Send an invitation to this new user. Temporary password welcome 1. Sorry about that. Create user, or is it send invitation? User tab, choose create user. Username is test student. Okay. Temporary password welcome 1. My phone number is verified. Clear this one and clear. And create user. Password did I? Let me see. Oh, welcome 1. Oops, next character. No. Okay. Now app integration. Choose app client settings. App integration, app client settings. Client settings. At the bottom of the page, choose launch hosted Y. Launch hosted Y. Okay. Test student. Sorry. And the test student and password welcome 1 exclamation point. Oh, sorry. Test user. Test student. Let me check what it says. Sign in. Username test student. Did I write the same thing? I'm not sure. Let me see users. On the users. Okay, I copied. Welcome 1. Sorry. Welcome. Okay. On the welcome 1 to 3. Exclamation point. Welcome 3. Exclamation point. Okay. Enter a valid email address and choose send. I hope I don't have to open the email. Okay, I'm there now. In the tab where the website is open, navigate to your browser develop Google Chrome. Because choose menu icon upper right. More tools. Okay. Here. Okay, now developer tools. Here. How it's going to show. Okay. And choose application tab. Console network application. Tab location Google Chrome. Local storage. Distribution domain name is listed. Okay. Cloud Foundation domain name. Choose the cloud for distribution domain. In the area of right, notice the key name here. Value is token that Amazon Cognito user pool generated in the next task. You will update the application to use this token to verify that user has logged in. The application code will evaluate the token to verify that it's valid and has not expired. Updating the application to use the user pool for authentication. So far you have created a Cognito user pool, configured it with information about the web application and generated a user. However, the birth application isn't set up with authentication yet because the application does not know about Amazon Cognito. In this task, you will update the application to provide the information it requires to interact with Amazon Cognito. This information includes the user pool ID, app client ID, and Amazon Cognito domain prefix. The following diagram shows the architecture for the updated web application. Return to the browser tab where VS Cloud9 IDE is open. Keep the tab with the Burst website open. Don't close the developer tools area. In the terminal, to stop the node server, press Ctrl+C. In the terminal to stop node server. We are going back to where's VS Cloud9 here. In the terminal to stop the node server, press Ctrl. In the terminal to stop is Ctrl. Okay. Update the config file to add your config file to add your Amazon Cognito user pool information to the website code. Update the config file to add your Amazon Cognito user pool information to the website code. In the environment window, to the left of the terminal, expand website scripts folder. Website scripts, is it here? Website scripts, okay. Config it's here already open. Okay. In the file, uncomment the following lines of the code and replace each in the file. Keep the last line command out with the values you saved in the text editor. Config Cognito domain. This is what I already have. For the CloudFront distribution, only include the prefix before CloudFrontNet. For the example, config Cognito ABC, Cognito domain str, bird 2511, not child, not server, main, okay. You can see that. Bird. Here. The CloudFront only include the prefix before Cognito for the example. The updated code should be similar to the following. Okay, config user pool. User pool ID. Was this user pool? I should have typed what it was. Client ID. This must be the client ID. Okay. Class on distribution. How is this going to change? Distribution. I'm not pretty sure about this part. Save your changes. Platform distribution. User pool ID, user pool client ID, platform distribution SDR. Distribution SDR. Is this one? Looks like this one. Not sure really. Let's try to run the code. Shall I just save this one? Okay. Save. Now I'm going to try. Just couldn't find it. And up is going to update node server file, run the following commands. Replace S3 bucket tracer with the name of S3 bucket. In the following command, replace S3 bucket tracer. Okay, we need to replace this part. Okay. With the S3 bucket name. This is my S3 bucket. This is there. I need to replace. Sorry. So copy this too. Try to do it again. Run the command. Update node server files. Run the following commands. One by one. Update package JSON file Amazon Cognito user pool information to node server environment window. Node server. The package JSON file at Amazon Cognito. In Cognito. Package JSON file open. And the environment here. Node server. Which one was it? Node server package. This one. Okay. Replace Cognito user pool ID placeholder the Amazon Cognito user pool that you saved earlier. Cognito user, where is it? User pool ID. Replace Cognito user pool ID. Let me see. I am not this. This must be save and the updated line should be similar to. Let me see. Oh, not this one. Yes, yes, yeah. Testing user pool integration with the application. Start the node server. Start. Choose the sightings here. Where is it? A list displays bird sightings from the students in the class. The sighting stuff here. But if someone tried to make up their own token to get the application, would it work? Let's give that a try. Test the application with the false token. In the developer tools area, locate the local storage cloud from the distribution. Double click the value barrier str in here. Okay, local storage cloud from this local storage. This is local storage. Double click the value barrier str. I think I lost it. I might have done it wrong, so I don't see it anymore. Choose citing stuff again. Now there is a choose dismiss. This time you receive saying that the page requires login. Yes, this time you receive message saying that you requires to login. Excellent. If a user doesn't have a token, they won't be able to access the protected page. Also, if everyone tries to trick to login by creating their own token, the web application will inspect and reject it. This test proves that only a user who has been authenticated by the Amazon Cognito user pool can access the protected pages of the application. The user pool centrally stores your application usernames and password, which makes your users and their authentication information more secure and easier to manage. Configuring the identity pool. An Amazon Cognito identity pool was created for you when you launch the lab environment. In this task, you will configure the identity pool to work with the Birds application. Return to browser tab where AWS Management Console is open. Management Console, did we lose it? Let me see. Okay, it's here. Cognito manage identity pools. And go back maybe, user pools. Identity pools. Okay. Bird app ID pool. I edit identity pool. Upper right. Bird. Where's the bird app? Okay, bird app. ID. This role is applied to users who have not been authenticated. Edit identity page. Notice the following configurations. The authenticate role is bird app ID. Edit identity pool. Okay, bird app ID role. On authenticate role is bird app student role. Okay, when user have access, authenticate provider section, choose Cognito tab and configure user pool ID. Here, authenticated providers, Cognito, so enter bird app user pool ID, bird app user pool ID. Which one was it? User pool. Okay, by default, what can role ID depend on? It's not this one. This one. Oh, this one is the user pool ID. Okay. And save changes. Some edits will be not be saved. Warning. Review the authentication provide section again. You can set up additional rules to assign different areas, identity access management roles, and different users. For this phase of application development, you will keep the configuration simple, updating the application to use the identity pool for authorization. The following diagram shows the architecture for the used web application. Okay. Update the Bird web application. Return to browser tab where the device ID cloud is open. Update the config.js file. Environment window expanded. Here. Environment. Website scripts. Website script. Config.js file. It's already open here. Uncommented, the last line of the card is replace Cognito identity pool placeholder with the identity pool ID that you saved earlier. Uncommented last line of code that you saved earlier. Save your changes. Update the authentication file. Website scripts folder. Open the authentication code. Uncommented line of replace the Cognito identity pool ID. Identity pool ID. Identity pool ID. File, save, and save changes, update the website authentication. Okay. In the files, replace Cognito pool ID placeholder in the following. Config. Where is this? User is config. Ensure that the user use user ID in the file. Replace Cognito user pool ID. Where is config? Where is credential? Config credential. Identity pool ID. Cognito. Cognito ID logins. Cognito. Let me see. Where is this? Amazon Cognito.com. Which one is it? I'm not sure. Identity ID. Oh, this was where it's going to be helping me. S3 bucket. This was my bucket. Distribution user pool ID. This must be user pool ID and client ID. Main topics. Identity pool ID. I don't know if I got that. This one. It's client ID. I'm not sure. I think I lost track from now on. I am completely lost. Sorry. Okay, this is the one. Oh, this one. This one, full ID. Okay. Okay. Now, full ID. Save your changes here. So if you guys are doing that for the first time, I wish I could set that in the beginning, but we are going to use this so you then don't get mixed up all like me. So this is my first experience with the IDs. Push the update website code to S3 bucket. So this is the code I'm going to use again, and I'm going to use S3 bucket. I'm just going to type it. Let's go a little bit far. And S3 bucket. Is it the same code? I think it's the same code. I'm going to just run that one again. Okay. Didn't work. Run the updated command. Ensure the node server is still running. If it's start command, start again. I thought it's running. It's a leaf word. Okay. So testing the identity pool identity with the application. Go to the home page. Here, home page. Okay. Choose report tab. Report login. Test student login. You don't have access, it says. Report login. Please check you have updated the config file with the Cognito URL. We need to check the config file. Is it here? No. Here somewhere? No. Document pages here. Config file. Cognito URL. Main topics. Full ID. User pool ID. Identity pool ID. User pool ID. Okay, identity pool ID. That must be it. And I saved it, but it just didn't work. Try again. No. I think I'm doing something wrong, so it doesn't do. Oh, I messed it all up. So need to go back. Okay. No, I haven't done it correct. So we need to verify you now have access to temporary base credential that you allow to your interact with the DynamoDB table. Choose validate my temporary base credentials. And this lab should be complete. So this last part didn't work for me. I hope it worked for you. To verify you now access to temporary base credentials that allow you to interact with the DynamoDB table. Validate my temporary AWS credentials. Allow you to interact with Dynamo to choose validate my temporary AWS credentials. So because I'm not able to log in, I guess I don't see this part. Okay. Okay, that was it. I gotta go. I have things to do, so I'm going to see you in my next lab. I will see you. Bye.